Good evening, listeners. Welcome to another episode of New Venture Management Radio Network. I'm your host, Alano Fyffe, and today I will be discussing developing and screening business ideas. Now let's get right into it. Before I outline today's objectives, let's take a look at the quote for today, written by Gordon Beaton. Most businesses fail because they want the right things but measure the wrong things and get the wrong results. Today's objectives are describe how to develop and screen business ideas, primarily focusing on the three most common sources of new business ideas, techniques that entrepreneurs use to generate ideas, and usage of the first screen tool. Before we jump into the discussion, let's take a look at the key terms of today's discussions. Trends, a general direction in which something is developing or changing. Fads, objects or behaviors that achieve short-lived popularity but fades away. First screen, a mechanism for quickly assessing the merits of a business idea before subjecting it to full feasibility analysis and business planning. Brainstorming, a catchphrase that generally describes a session targeted to a specific topic about which a group is instructed to come up with ideas. Focus group, a gathering of 5 to 10 people who are selected because of their relationship to the issues being discussed. Window of opportunities, a metaphor describing the time period in which a firm can realistically enter a new market. With that being said, let's jump into the discussions. There are three most common sources of new business ideas, namely changes in environmental trends, unsolved problems, and gaps in the marketplace. Changing environmental trends. It is relatively important to distinguish between trends and fads, and to understand interconnected trends. These trends include economic trends, social trends, technological advances, and political and regulatory changes. Economic trends. Economic trends can help to identify areas to avoid when generating new business ideas. When the economy is strong, people are more willing to buy discretionary products and services. For example, a decrease in interest rate typically leads to an increase in new home construction, furniture sales, and appliance sales. It is important to evaluate the target market and what they are willing to spend on. For example, the increase of women in the workforce fueled a number of boutique clothing stores targeting professional women. Social trends. Entrepreneurs ought to understand the impact of social trends on the way people live their lives, the goods and services they need, using these as a tool for new business ideas and opportunities. Often, products do more to satisfy a social need than the more transparent need the product fills. For example, the proliferation of fast food restaurants isn't due primarily to people's love for fast food, but rather the fact that people are busy and often don't have time to cook their own meals. Changes in social trends alter how people and businesses behave, and they set their priorities. These changes affect how products and services are built and sold. Some of the sample trends that are currently affecting how individuals behave and set their priorities are as follows. Increased globalization of businesses, increased purchasing power of women, and increasing diversity of the workplace. Technological advances. Technological advances provide an ongoing source of business idea. It is important to recognize how technologies can be used to help satisfy basic or changing human needs. For example, the creation of the cell phone is a technological achievement but it was motivated by an increasingly mobile population that finds many advantages to having the ability to communicate with coworkers, family, and friends from anywhere at any given time. Once a technology is created, products often emerge to advance it. For example, the Apple iPod has created an entire industry that produces accessories which people would want to buy along with their iPods. Such accessories include waterproof housing, charging cases, and car rechargers. Political action and regulatory changes. Political and regulatory changes also provide the basis for new business ideas. For example, new laws create opportunities for entrepreneurs to start firms to help companies and individuals to comply with these laws. Occasionally, changes in the government regulation motivate entrepreneurs to start firms that differentiate themselves by exceeding the regulation. Example, an extra safe crib. Now, what do we mean by an extra safe crib? If the bars of the crib are too far apart, a baby can get an arm or leg caught between bars, causing an injury. An obvious business idea is that might be spawned by the type of change to produce a crib that is advertised and positioned as exceeding the new standard for width between bars and is extra safe for babies and young children. The change in regulation brings attention to the issues and provide ideal timing for a new company to reassure parents by providing a product that not only meets but exceeds the new regulation. Political change can also create an environment for the emergence of new business ideas. For example, threats of terrorism resulted in many firms becoming more security conscious and requiring products to meet their changing security needs. Unsolved problems. Many companies have been started by people who have experienced a problem and in the process of solving the problem, realized that they were onto a business idea. For example, in 2006, Christine Jamie, a mother concerned with how loudly her children were playing their MP3 players, researched and interviewed several audiologists and invented earbuds that limit the volume entering the user's ears. After usage by her children, other parents were interested in getting a similar device. To make the device available to others, Jamie started a business called Mgmt Corp to sell her high hard safe earbuds. Advances in technology often cause problems for people who can't use the technology in the way it is sold to the masses. Entrepreneurs who can develop modified products and services can often capitalize on this opportunity. For example, Great Call Inc. A recent startup is producing a cell phone called Jitterbug designed specifically for older users. One technique that entrepreneurs use in solving a different problem is to find an instance where a similar problem was solved and then apply that solution to their problems. For example, the founding of Yogitos by Susan Nichols, who had problems with her slippery yoga mat. Inspired by the rub studs on a doggy bowl, decided to implement the rub foundation onto the mats. Gaps in the marketplace. There are many examples of products that consumer needs or wants that aren't available in a particular location or aren't available at all. This is due to large retailers, Walmart and Costco, compete on price and target the mainstream customers, leaving gaps in the marketplace that allows the existence of boutiques and specialty shops. A related technique for generating business ideas is to take an existing product or service and create a new category by targeting a complete different target market or geographic area. Moving on to techniques for generating ideas. People often conceptualize new business ideas through observations, intuition, serendipity, or using the three sources. This section focuses on 3 techniques that people utilize to explicitly try to generate new business ideas, namely brainstorming, focus group, and library and internet research. Brainstorming. Brainstorming is the most common way to generate business ideas. A brainstorming session is targeted to a specific topic which the group is instructed to come up with ideas about. In brainstorming, the leader asks participants to share their ideas and react to the ideas of others in a freewheeling, lively manner. The utilization of a flip chart or whiteboard is used to record ideas. An effective approach to brainstorming is to utilize the 3 sources of new business ideas to organize the flow and discussion of ideas. Moving on to focus group. The gathering of a group of 5 to 10 people who are pre-vetted based on their relationship to issues being discussed. Focus groups are usually effective as a follow-up to brainstorming when the general idea for a business that has been formulated. Focus groups are usually conducted by trained moderators who knows how to keep the group focused and generate lively discussions. A hybrid type of focus group is the college drop-in, where college students are provided with a basic budget in exchange for the opportunity to hold brief videotape interviews with partygoers about specific market issues or business ideas. Library and internet research. Often the best ideas emerge when general notion of the idea is merged with extensive library and internet research. The best approach to using the library instead of underutilizing the source of information is to discuss your general area of interest with a reference librarian. Internet research is also important, including the use of search engines and alerts using keywords that pertain to your topic of interest. Moving right along to first screen. The first screen is a tool that provides a mechanism for quickly assessing the merits of a business idea. Necessary to ensure only ideas with sufficient potential enter full business process. The first screen contains 25 items grouped in 5 sections that should be able to be completed in less than 1 hour. These sections include strength of the business idea, industry-related issues, market and customer-related issues, founder-related issues, and financial issues. The first one is strength of the business ideas. For each item, circle the most appropriate answer and make note of the score. Extent to which the idea takes advantage of environmental trends, solve a problem, addresses an unfilled gap in the marketplace, whether it's weak, moderate, or strong. Timeliness of entry to market, not timely, moderately timely, very timely. Extent to which the idea adds value for its buyers or end users, low, medium, or high. Extent to which the customer is satisfied by competing products that are already available, very satisfied, moderately satisfied, not very satisfied, or ambivalent. Degree to which the idea requires customers to substantial changes, moderate changes, or small to no changes. The second part is industry-related issues. Number of competitors, whether there are many, few, or none. Stage of industrial life cycle. Maturity phase or decline phase, the growth phase, emergent phase. Growth rate of industry, whether it has little or no growth, moderate growth, or strong growth. Importance of industry's product and or services to customers. Ambivalent, would like to have, must have. Industry operating margins, whether it's low, moderate, or high. Part 3, market and customer related issues. Identification of target market for the proposed new venture. Difficult to identify, may be able to identify, or identified. Ability to create barriers to entry for potential competitors. Unable to create, may or may not be able to create, or can create. Purchasing power of customers, whether it's low, moderate, or high. Ease of making customers aware of the new products or services. Growth potential of target markets, low, moderate, or high. Part 4, founder-related issues. Founder or founders' experience in the industry, whether they have no experience, moderate experience, or their experience. Founder or founders' skills as they relate to the proposed new venture's product or service. No skill, moderate skills, or skilled. Extent of the founder or founders of professional and social networks in the relevant industry. None, moderate, or extensive. Extent to which the proposed new venture meets the founder or founders' personal goals and aspiration. Weak, moderate, or strong. Likelihood that a team can be put together to launch and grow the new venture. Unlikely, moderately likely, or very likely. And finally, financial issues. Initial capital invested, whether the capital that was invested is high, moderate, or low. Number of revenue drivers, ways in which the company makes money. 1, 2 to 3, more than 3 ways. Time to break even. How long does it take for it to break even? More than 2 years, 1 to 2 years, less than 1 year. Financial performance of similar businesses, weak, modest, or strong. Ability to fund initial product or service development and or initial startup expenses from personal funds or by bootstrapping, low, moderate, or high. And that brings us to the end of our discussion for today. Due to the essence of time, I can only facilitate one caller tonight. Let's see who's going to be the lucky caller. Hello?
Hello?
Are you hearing me? You're breaking up.
Yes, I can hear you clearly now.
Okay. If you can answer this question correctly, you will win a $500 digital call credit.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Are you sure?
Positive.
What are the techniques for generating business ideas?
Okay, let's see. The techniques for generating business ideas are brainstorming, focus group, library, and internet research.
Congratulations, sir. You just won yourself a $500 digital call credit. Please check your account in the next 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening.